Friday, everyone. It's Charlotte here, and welcome to my home. Okay, it is file folder time, and I did not clean my desk like I was hoping I would. This is madness. It's just madness, Friday madness. But I'm going to see if I can walk you through what I'm doing the way I'm doing it. I made myself a cup of tea. My hands are cold. I've got it out of a just gorgeous Polish pottery mug. Black tea with a Meyer lemon from my garden that we picked this morning. So let's see if I can explain this. I want to say, first of all, that when I created the first one, I just sat down and created something that made sense to me for what I knew I wanted. This, on the other hand, trying to replicate is, I'm not real sure how this is going to go, but we are going to do our best. I went ahead and I knew the original simply folds over like that. This is the cover, okay? So I knew that the inside took one graphic sheet here that's approximately 8 by 10 and one full sheet here. So the file folders that I have are from the dollar store, and they are the extra large file folders. I had to go through and cut some of the graphics just to have an idea of what the sizes would be and to know that they would work. So I am going to give you measurements according to what I did. If this is just too confusing and this is your first one, I would probably say just take a file folder, cut it down to size, fold it in half if that half will allow you a pocket to include your journal in. Your the first journal we did, the naked journal, so that you don't have all that bulk. That might be the easiest thing. I needed to take two pieces of file folder and put them together. See, there is a piece there. This has to go here and become attached so that I have this extra length. So this file folder measures 8 1/8 high. Let's just double check so that you can see, for those of you that are thinking, sure it does, Charlotte, sure it does. This measures 8 1/8 high. The length on mine is 13 1/4, and then I scored this at 8 3/4. So you'd have 8 1/8 by 8 3/4 right there. You can see that. And I figured that out because it will take this page here. And this is what I needed. I needed this to fit here. And so I think just to make things maybe a little bit easier, let's go ahead and let me get rid of this by just attaching this. And I'm kind of attaching it nilly-willy because I'm pretty sure it's going to be sewn. I laid my tea dyed papers out in the sun, and just look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful pattern. This was out in the sun as well, but yeah, I can't figure it out. That's what the Arizona sun did. So I'm going to place this. Here is my score mark. I am just going to try to center this because I'll come back in distress and stitch, but I need to not lose sight of where this needs to go. And it might just be easier if for you to be able to see it, let's ink this. You'll be able to see the score mark. See that? Much better if I ink this up. And I apologize. I know when I do that, my camera shakes. I was watching my video the other day and I'm like, oh my gosh, well, I need to do something about that. So in order to, like I had mentioned, for this to be even, I need to attach this onto here. But I think, now that I'm looking at this, I can attach this to here and we can get this out, and maybe that will make more sense. We'll get these two sheets of paper out of the way. I know the person that wants this is waiting. She's been ever so patient with me, and I appreciate it because I'm just behind on everything. I'm behind on my journal to inspire. I did get my 52 tags handmade by Anne. I got that done. I was very happy about that. Okay, so this needs to, you can see now, this has to come up to here. So I think what I'm going to do is take this piece and put glue on it. And now I know why now I know this is not going to work. And I'll be able to show you why this is not going to be able to work in just a minute. So I'm glad I caught that before that had a chance to dry, because this gets sewn just to give it that extra stability, and I do not want sewing stitches right down the middle of my pattern. So there you go. Do as I say, not as I do. So let's glue this here like this. What is going to happen now with this is I am going to take this to the machine and I am going to stitch right down there so that these two pieces, this extension is not going to be weak. So I will be right back. So hopefully you can see that. I stitched that end. It's not going to show because there's going to be something on top of that. And now I can go ahead and glue that piece down. This piece here now can go on here. So let's get that done. Hopefully everybody's having a really, really good Friday. I know some of you are cold. Sunny, beautiful day here. But it's the desert and it's sunny about 350 days out of the year. You wouldn't think you could get tired of the sun, but you can. You wouldn't think you could have a vitamin D deficiency either living in the desert, but you do. You can. It's the sunscreen and the covering up and all that. Okay, so what I don't catch later with the machine, I will make sure is glued down. So what I would do next is, and I just remembered this isn't right either. Let me pull this up just a little bit because we are going to put, I know, are you confused? I know. There's so many steps that it's hard for me to keep them straight. But we have a hinge here, and this hinge is going to go in here. under this. So this measures, go ahead and take all this off. That's going to be a little belly band. What I have here is I knew I would end up with this not making any kind of sense. Okay, so I have by 11 scored at 1 inch, 5.5 inches, 9.5 inches. Because what this is now going to give us, this is our hinge. This is folded, and I think that's a pocket. I think this is right. So this is going to go under here, like that. Yes. This is how this is going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this hinge. Get it out of the way. I think first I'm going to trim the corners just a little bit. Just kind of at an angle. Just like this. Just like that. And then I'm going to glue this down underneath this first piece of paper. So I'm just going to lift this up. Get this down there as even as I can. All the way to the end. Watching my height. Okay, now we can glue this down. Get this glued down. And the good thing about using that glue is you have a couple minutes to play with it. So what this is going to give us is I will have a sheet of my paper here. And then I have an envelope here. And I know in the original, this was a pocket. And there was a pocket at the side, and I'm now thinking the pocket came from the inside, and I'm thinking I might want to go ahead and have that pocket now come from the outside. So that is what is going to happen here. And then when you open this up, you're going to have another sheet of paper, which I don't think is this. Maybe it was this. And then we're going to have, this came with the kit as well, so I thought we'd have just a little belly band here. And then when you flip this up, we have paper here and here, and I think this was going to be a pocket right here. This will be a pocket. Right there. So we have this flip on. Get this out of the way and go to this end here. This I did not give you measurements for, so let's do that. Where did we come in there? Hopefully I have measurements that I can read that are going to make sense. Okay. This would have been... See what I mean, guys? It's just, okay. I want to cut it off. I didn't want to make another flip. So I just bent it according to what I thought would be nice. And we're going to use this as, this will be a pocket here. This will have something on it. This will have something on it, and this will be a pocket. And I'm thinking we could keep it a pocket this way. We could make it a pocket this way. So I will chomp a little section out of here. Let me see what I've got. So many different pieces to keep track of. And that's not easy. So this goes here. This gives you writing space. And I think let's just go ahead and glue this on. Get this out of the way. I know you're probably so confused. And I'm sorry about that. I'm confused too. But this little fold measures, and I'll go back and it's got to all be distressed. But this little fold measures 3. And then this little fold, if you're coming from the opposite end, this might be easier. So this measures 2 3/4 in, which gave me a 3-inch fold here. And this really doesn't matter. You don't even need to have this. You could make your extension, cut this off, and just have it be with the one hinge. Or you could make a hinge out of this and do exactly what I did on that and not have to worry about all these different layers of all the folds. So this, I'm pretty sure, was meant for here. And it looks like it might be just a tad too wide. So let's just cut it off a little bit. Just like that. Not much. Just a tiny bit. And then get that on there. And I'm going to distress that edge because I'm having trouble seeing where the edge is. So when I go to place this, maybe if I pick it up, my camera won't shake, or won't shake as much. But I just need to be able to see where I'm placing that piece of paper. Then you need to decide where you want pockets. This would also be, just a suggestion, really cute as journal papers that flip up. So in other words, say this here was a journal paper. Maybe you had, 10 of them. sew them up across the top and put them down here so that they flip up that way. This would be a really nice place to have extra journal pages. Now you could leave this, so what you have is this journal spot. This flips out if you want it to. You could create pockets in here, but what I am going to do is have this be a pocket. And I'm pretty sure I brought, right, I have this here. And so I am going to take a piece, just a little piece, out of this so that you can see that it is a pocket. Just like that. And then I have to ask myself, I've got the pocket here. Do I want to have a pocket here as well? And I think I do. So I will be distressing all of this. Let's just go ahead and do it, right? Might as well just do it. I know I'm distressed. I'm off camera right now. I know that. And I'll do this lightly so that maybe I won't be shaking the camera. Make you dizzy. It's not what I want to do. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is just glue down the bottom. I'll worry about distressing more of that later. So I am going to put a tad of glue on the bottom here. So do I want this as a tuck? Do I want you to be able to put something in here and in here as well? And then we could have a paper clip here that keeps this closed. Or do I want to just have a pocket this way? I think I like this idea. And I will make sure that there's something there that keeps that a pocket. So this will close like this. It will open up. You'll have pocket there. So this side, except for any decoration we want to put on it, is good. So going back to this side, I have an envelope that I had created before. All I did was cut this envelope at the ends, open it up, and glue down a piece of paper. Do we want a pocket coming here and here? I think so. So what I'm going to do is could have this as a flip. And you've got a lot of options. This is going to go here. This could be a flip. If it's a flip, you're going to lose that pocket. And I don't really see the point of that. So let's seal this. We're going to seal the bottom here. Seal the bottom. And then we are going to seal the envelope. just like that. And then let me double check and make sure I've not sealed my envelope anywhere. So we've got a nice pocket there. And it is going to cover this up, but that's okay because this is just background. So let's put this down. And this piece that I'm putting down, I don't think it's important, but it measures 7 3/4 by 4 1/8. And it is going over this right here. Just like that. And then because this is a pocket, this is a pocket, I've not done anything with the envelope. I think maybe we should decorate this envelope, do something with it. So I'm not going to put that on right now. I want to decorate that. We're going to have to make a belly band. So when you open this up, then what we have is, this was going to be a little belly band. I had this piece of paper left over, and it really kind of goes this way. You can see where the fold is, and I thought that this was so pretty, and I wanted it in this book. But I didn't like this line here, and so I had this piece, and I thought this is perfect for belly band. So let's put this down and adhere that belly band. See where we are. You can see why I call this File Folder Madness. Because there's no template. And so I'm just having to go with measurements that are going to fit what I need it to fit. And then this is going to go here. So that'll be a cute belly band. Then when we open this up like this, okay, I have got these 2 pages. This one goes here like this. And then this beautiful page goes in here, and this is going to be a pocket, just like that. So let me run the distress down here so I can see where that score line is. We will put this down. I'm not using a lot of glue because I am going to go back and I am going to stitch all around this with a piece of vintage tablecloth lace. That is what is on the outside, the back of this. The front is really decorated with handmade paper roses, a lot of lace and pearls, and a frame. So that goes there, and then this piece will go in here, and this will be a pocket. And I do not have the piece for this yet. So we have to do that. I have to find a piece for that. But we're really well on our way. Our journals are done, except for maybe adding a little bit more in the way of tags. But for the most part, the journals are done. So this goes here. Isn't that just, hopefully you can see that. Just put that there. Then this will be a pocket, so I need to come up with something on here. And then this will be down. This will get sewn down when I sew all around. And then this will be the belly band here. So we've got that. This opens up, and we may put a pocket in here. We've got a lot of really beautiful tags. I could just put a paper clip with a few tags on here. This will get decorated, and it will go on here like that. So we need to decorate that. Then the center of this has a pocket on this side, and this is all filled with lace, so it's really, really pretty. So this needs to go here like that. And for the most part, you're not going to see this because it's going to have lace over the top of it. Just cut this off a little bit. And we will glue this down. And we don't need any divots on this or anything like that because there's going to be lace over it. And I know in the original I had a heart with some pink flowers in the center. And it was a Venice lace heart. And I don't know, I can't find any more. So I'm either out of those, and I'm going to have to find something really cute to substitute with, which we can do. So this goes down, but I want to, well, I don't need to stitch around this. You're not going to see it because it can be covered with lace. So this goes here like that. So I'm thinking we can go ahead and glue this because this is going to be stitched this way. So let's go ahead and glue this pocket down. Let me tell you before I stitch this pocket measures 4 by 8 3/8. So let's get this down. Just like that. This is what houses your naked journal, your thin journal here, is this pocket. So that's why this pocket was so important. We needed a place to put that second journal. So then, depending upon what you want to do, if you want to do anything. So depending upon what you want to do with this, I mean, you could add pocket to this. You could add a side pocket, a tuck You could add a, you know, a side tuck. You could add a snippet, whatever you wanted to do to that. This piece here now, we haven't created it. This gets a belly band coming this way that's totally decorated with all sorts of yummy laces and butterflies and buttons and that sort of thing. So I need to create this. But this, when it's closed like this, is going to measure, if I didn't give you that, 8 1/8 by 8 3/4. Might as well go 8 1/4 by 8 3/4. So when you open it up, you're going to have your envelope here, your belly band here. This opens up, you're going to have a pocket. You're going to have a really, really pretty decorative belly band there. Lots of lace. This is going to house your journal, and then this is going to be a pocket. So what I am going to do with this, because I can't do it on camera, is I have an old lace tablecloth, and I am going to take that tablecloth and I am going to stitch it all on here. So your back, when you see your back, it's just this tablecloth. There's nothing, I want the back to lay flat, so it's just the tablecloth. I will go and distress all of this, and then I will stitch the tablecloth on, and I will stitch it also on the front. Everything will go on top of that tablecloth. And then I'm going to go ahead and distress all of this, and then I am going to stitch all down here, and that will also help keep the tablecloth adhered. So that's the next step, and then we need to create collage on this, and we need to create our belly band for down here. So that's the next video, and then we will decorate this, the front, and put our laces on here, and I think some of this pink, this gorgeous pink lace that I had here, some of this was on here as well. So even though this is a belly band, this gets a little bit of the lace. So guys, I apologize if I've totally confused you. Hopefully, if I haven't confused you too much. You get what I'm doing, and I will try and get in tomorrow so that we can do the belly band and we can do this. I'm going to go ahead this afternoon and try to get this sewn. I hope that works. Otherwise, it will be Sunday, but I'm hoping it will be tomorrow. So have a good Friday. I'm taking a painting class later on tonight with my friend Dana, and that should be a lot of fun. And I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.